I am absolutely thrilled and delighted that you could share in this inspiration journal. The reason I'm calling it an inspiration journal is this was the start of my first incorporating secret little pockets into journals. The reason I did it was because a friend of mine had gifted me with this particular journal, and I decided to use it to record my weight loss journey. A few years ago, I decided to join Weight Watchers, see, card-carrying member still. Hi, Weight Watchers. And I didn't want everyone to see exactly what I was doing, but I did want to document my weight loss journey. So it started with this envelope so that I could have a place to hold all of my weight records and my monthly passes and all that good stuff. But then it started to evolve into other things. I found these beautiful little white envelopes, and they made a great base for me to be able to stamp and add different things and journal. And they also made a great place to hold things, to hide things away. As the journal progressed, you may have seen this little guy on my blog or on Facebook. And I took a glassine envelope, stamped it with some stays on, and made a little bird cut my little bird out of an old book. And then inside, it gave me a place to stash things. I love that I could do that. I love that I could hide things away and make my receipts and make little notes to myself. See, this says, all of the hard work is worth it. One of my goals was to go to Chico's to shop. So yay, I did that. Yay, yay, yay for me. But again, a little place to stash things away. It's giving me fits and starts, but that's all right. A little place to stash things away. And if someone were to open this book at first glance, you're not going to know that these things are there. You're not going to see what my stress eating triggers are. That's for my eyes. It's there. It's incorporated into the book. I put it in another little pocket that I've stamped and attached with tape. And as this book went on, there were other things. My friend had added this particular item. She did a beautiful job with this. Other things, other elements were added. And then the book was finished right before Christmas on December the 21st. And I finished it because I had so much to say that I added another little flap, and that was the end of this particular journal. Was the end of this journal, but it was the beginning of inspiration for yet another. And I'll show you that journal in just a second. So a new year started, and another year of weight loss began. And now we were into 2012, and I decided to keep journaling my weight loss journey. And I actually began this book. This started off as a regular book, and I gutted it and started to add pages. And the very first thing I did was I put my goals and commitments on paper and stuck it into a little bag right in the front of the book. And as this journey continued, I began to add more bags for hidden things. I love doing that. And I also began to add more color and more images. And I started to become kind of fearless in this effort. I found this flap that I loved. I just love this flap. It was intriguing. I actually think it was on the front of a greeting card or something, but I just loved it. And I have a box of stuff that I use to rummage through every once in a while, and found this flap and decided that I would add it into this particular page. There's a lot of stuff on this page about transformation, about staying positive, about eating fruits and veggies, all and taking one small step at a time. All of the things that you do when you lose weight. I just didn't want people to read it all. So I incorporated the flap. Another thing that I liked was using an old piece of watercolor and turning the edge of it under so that I could write things inside. A little more inspiration for you. Again, more inspiration. I'm trying to show you inspiration here and what inspires me, and hopefully this will inspire you to try new things, to try to go forward with your journaling and be a little fearless and incorporate new things into your life. I also like peekaboo things. Again, it's a way to hide things. So don't throw out your scraps. Definitely use cutouts and try to incorporate those. This particular envelope is something that I love. This is one of my most favorite things in this whole book. I love that I've used just a plain envelope. Actually, I glued this shut, but you can obviously leave this open. I'll show you how to do this. And I added the heart as an index tab and attached a feather. So simple, so effective. I like having my secrets hidden. I even have things that are written on the heart so that people can't really read it at first glance. Again, another little pocket. Don't you just love it? And on the side, inside, I wrote, remember to be kind to yourself. You don't have to be a Weight Watcher to do that. Just remember to be kind to yourself. I like that. There are simple things, too. It doesn't have to be complicated. This is another inspiration piece possibly for you. It's one of the templates. Again, it's just a little card template. I've given you a few of those. I'll show you how to put them in. So simple. Just glue. It's just great. And then I like to use recycled things. So again, you can see that we do like to eat Chinese. Yes, I like chicken broccoli. It's one of my faves. And I always save the fortune cookie wrappers. And I also save the fortune cookie fortunes. Again, more little flaps. Love them, love them, love them. Can't get enough. I got very adventurous with this journal. One of my favorite ways to journal is to use a library pocket, and I've given you a nice large PDF of a library pocket. The reason why I've given you a large pocket was so that you would have plenty of room to write and journal, and you can journal on the front of it, you can journal on the back of it. I've also given you some nice tags. So again, use your tags, but be creative with them. And we won't have time in all of the lessons to do this, so I chose to do this in this inspiration piece. If you'll notice, on all 3 tags, I have used an edge punch and just used it to punch a few holes. What a difference that makes. I've also taken a plain old tag and affixed an image. And again, I used a small, this actually was from something that we found in the drugstore, but I cut out this particular piece, attached it to the tag, put my image down, and on the base of this, I just used some tape. So simple. It's nothing fancy. The color is coming from the tag itself. Another flap I thought was very interesting. It's a variation of the other. This page obviously isn't finished. There's still a little more work to be done in this journal. You're seeing this kind of raw and semi-prepared. I wanted to show you that as I work on a page, that's when I begin to get more intuitive and start adding my color. Again, another envelope. Plain, simple, but that too will be arted up. Someone had given me a gift in this particular envelope, and I loved it so much I decided to incorporate it. Thank you for allowing me to come and share my inspiration with you. I hope that it has been inspiring for you. I've had fun doing this. I have a secret. Many of them are hidden in this book. We're not going to talk about that, but I'm sure you've got your own. So let's go forward and let's go on to the next video. And thanks for coming. See you in the next lesson. Namaste.